good time that before we start, we invite the presence of God. Okay lang po ba yun? Yes. So, may I invite you to please bow down your heads and close your eyes and let us feel the presence of our God today. All right? Okay. Dear God, it is our declaration that you will give us wisdom and understanding as we listen to the topic that will be discussed today. Allow us to apply every lesson, not only in our own companies, but in our lives. Lord, our declaration is that all the companies involved in this webinar today will get something, Panginoon, that they can start with to bless the company that they might be planting, leading, or helping. Lord, kayo nga po ang manguna sa gawain ito, kayo po ang mamayan at maghari sa puso ng bawat isa, sa ngalan ng Ama, at ng Anak na si Jesus Cristo, ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Yan. Yes. Hello po. Good afternoon, quality morning, everyone. Jamie Katibayan po, and welcome to another edition of QP Talk, Power Talk, entitled Business Agility in the Changing Times. Today po, we will know more about change control management, which is the tool that we will teach you regarding business agility. Ayan. So, paano ba talaga maging agile? O, di ba, pag agile, being able to shift from one position to another. Tama po? So, ginagamit natin siya sa sports, logistics, but our business should be agile too, right? And the tool that we will demystify today is the change control management. This is a free webinar and live consultation via Zoom brought to you by Quality Plus Management Consulting Company. We are a team of experts who provides tailored consulting and training services in the field of quality and process improvement. Alam niyo po ba, according to Kelly A. Morgan, changes are inevitable. Opo, hindi daw po ito maiiwasan. And not always controllable. Talaga may mga bagay tayo na hindi natin kayang i-control. What can be controlled is how we or how you manage, react, and work through the change process. Po, business agility is all about adaptation. It is understanding that there are things in our environment that we cannot control. And we have to choose between being offended or blaming people, ranting about our situation, or doing something about it that is within our capacity. As the old adage goes, you are a product of your choices. Alam niyo po, in Quality Plus, it is our desire that you become the master of the things you can control. Like what you think, what you feel, and how you react. Tama po ba? Yes. Ayan. Hindi po lingid kasi sa ating lahat, ano po, many small businesses, especially sa food industry, yung maliliit natin mga small, micro, medium businesses have closed down because they weren't able to handle and react fast to the changes caused by this COVID-19 pandemic. Nakakalungkot man pong aminin, talagang the world is undergoing economic recession. Tama po. And today, we are about to help you define the meaning behind change control management and identify its applications and benefits for your organization. Opo, because in Quality Plus, we believe that it is our advocacy to help every Filipino company. Tama po, sino po bang magtutulungan? Kundi tayo-tayo din naman. We have 50 plus participants today. So, thank you very much for joining us. Ayan. Hello po. Hello. So, but before we start po, I hope ready na po kayo para sa ating speaker for today because she's one of my favorites, okay? But before we start, let me give you some friendly reminders. While our speaker is sharing the topic, all our microphones po will be muted so that everyone will have the best experience from this webinar. Okay? And if you have comments, wag pong kalilimutan, if you have comments or questions, please do not shy away from asking our speaker through our chat box that you can find from the menus at the at the bottom part of your screen. So there is the chat box. You just have to write down your comments and or questions. Okay po? It's a menu. Okay. And without further ado, let me present to you our speaker for today. Ready na po ba kayo? Okay. She is an associate consultant for ISO 9001, which is Quality Management System, for ISO 14001, Environmental Management System, for ISO 45001, Occupational Health and Safety Management System, and FSSC 22000 and ISO 22000 or the Food Safety Management System. She has been a registered pollution control officer or PCO since 2007. She is also a professional registered chemical engineer and a graduate of the University of the Philippines, Diliman, with a degree in Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker for today, let's give her a big, big round of applause. Engineer GENELYN F. MACAYA. Take it away, engineer.
Quality morning, everyone. Welcome to our seminar on business agility in changing times. So let me share my screen. All right. So our topic for this afternoon is very timely, no, and very relevant to our situation, the situation that we're facing right now, no. So hindi naman po lingid sa atin lahat na malaki ang impact ng nangyayaring COVID-19 sa ating ekonomiya, no. At marami kagaya nga ng nasabi ni Miss Jamie kanina, marami ang mga naapektuhang mga businesses, no. So the topic for this afternoon is business agility in the changing times. All right. So our learning outcome for this afternoon is to discuss the relevance of business agility by adopting change management program to our organization. So we want to be an agile business and we want you to learn a tool that will help us become agile, no? That's the change management program. So this is the flow of our discussion for this afternoon. This is divided into 3 sections. First is understanding change management, followed by preparation for change, and lastly, the change management process. So if you have questions as I present the slides, please feel free to type your questions sa ating chat box so that later we can accommodate those questions. All right? So before we start with section 1, let's have a reality check. I'll be showing pictures. I'm sure these are very familiar to all of us. Lalo na yung mga back to work na, no? Okay. So, familiar po? Yes, no? So, kikita po natin yan ngayon everywhere. There are thermal scanners, no? Bago ka pumasok sa mga establishments. And I think that's part of the requirements of DOLE, no? That before you enter the establishment, we should check the temperature of the persons, no? Para ma-prevent natin ang COVID-19. What else? Familiar po ba? This is a picture in Baguio. Nakita natin, ano, pagpipila sila sa mga public mga terminal ng public transport. So merong social distancing at nakita naman natin merong mga um, meron na po sila ditong mga markers, no, kung saan dapat nakatayo, no, yung mga next in line. Okay? Next, eto po, no, sino po dito ang namalengke nung panahon ng ECQ, GCQ? Okay? So mapapansin natin kahit sa palengke, no, may pila bago pumasok, merong one way, may exit, may entrance, at everywhere, no, nakita natin balot na mga plastic, no, that's part of the prevention. Okay? And eto, kung nagko-commute, eto ay sa Baguio, no, wherein ah, pwede na sa kanilang gumamit na mag-jeep. So ito po, isa po itong kuha doon. So meron po yung mga partition, no? Then, another, eto naman po, I'm sure marami pong mga ka-relate dito dahil marami po sa ating mga participants for today came from catering industry, no? So ngayon, yung mga dine-in, pinayagan na sila, pero 50% lang ng capacity, and of course, yung mga preventive measures ay dapat na i-observe, no? So kung mapansin po natin, ang daming mga pagbabago sa ating araw-araw na buhay, no? So simula nung March 2020, nung nag-declare ang ating president ng quarantine, nag-start sa ECQ hanggang ngayon, nasa GCQ na tayo, and some parts of the country, like yung Cebu, nasa ECQ pa din sila, no? So, makikita natin, ang dami ng pagbabago, no? Changes are everywhere. This is our new normal. And with these changes, there are different organizations that are still uncertain how to start their business again. Nagtatanong paano kaya mag-ooperate, ano yung mga precautionary measures, paano natin gagawin yung mga changes sa ating organization, no? So yan po yung mga kadalasang na-encounter natin ngayon. And with those changes, no, changes brought about by COVID-19 pandemic, we have to act quickly as a business, no? And para ma-revive din yung ating economy. That's why, no, very relevant yung ating topic today. This is business agility. Let's define it first based on the uh, Agile Business Consortium, no? So Agile Business Consortium, this is a non-profit group that their mission is to educate businesses to be agile, no? So business agility talaga yung kanilang battle cry. So according to this organization, business agility is the ability of the organization to adapt quickly to market changes, no? Market changes. Okay? So, ang atin pong mga changes na na-encounter, usually triggered externally, lalo na sa ngayon po, di ba? Yun pong nangyayari sa ating mga daily operation. This is because of the COVID-19, which is external yung source niya. So, sabi dito, if we are an agile business, we are able to adapt quickly. So, mabilis tayong mag-bounce back dun sa mga changes. So, kung merong changes sa environment that affect our operation, kung tayo ay agile business, we can respond quickly. We can do changes to our organization. Ano? Next definition, this is the ability to respond rapidly and flexibly to customer demands, no? I like the meaning of agile, no? Ng isang dictionary. Nakita ko sabi niya doon, quick response with grace, quick and graceful response, no? I like the word graceful, meaning hindi ka lang uh, basta mabilis. Dapat well coordinated yung lahat ng activities mo, well communicated yan, and then you are also doing the changes without compromising your customers' demands, no? And with this, kasama din sa ating definition is that we are able to adapt, no?
Mahina.
Adapt and lead change in a productive and cost-effective way. Na minsan, di ba, kapag meron tayong mga changes na ginagawa sa yung change na yon, minsan sobrang costly, no? Minsan nako-compromise na yung productivity, yung number of outputs, and even the quality of the outputs, no? But if you are an agile business, sabi dito, you can adapt to changes, you can adapt, you can change without compromising your productivity and the cost of your operation. At the same time, hindi nako-compromise yung ating quality. And lastly, no, with being an agile business, we are continuously, no, continuously operating at our competitive advantage. No? So, hindi nawawala yung mga strengths natin as we change. No? So, yan po, ang ganda po ng meaning ng business agility. No? At very timely nga ito kasi sa dami ng nangyayari sa ating paligid. Siguro kahit hindi lang itong panahon ng pandemic, ano, every day may changes sa worldwide market, may changes sa economy ng ating bansa. Lahat ng ito, no, kailangan mabilis mag-respond ng isang organization. No? So that is business agility. And from our definition, we can see a direct relationship between being an agile business and being able to cope to changes. No? Kaya ang magandang tool na magamit para maging agile tayo is yung ating change management. At dyan papasok yung ating section 1. Okay? Understanding change management. Alright. So, according to Charles Handy, no? Kilala niyo po ba si Charles Handy? Si Charles Handy po is a is a is an expert, no, in business, in organizational development, no. According to Charles Handy, change is necessary condition of survival and growth, be it for individuals or organizations, no. So yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon, of course we want to apply it in our organizations, but more than that, pwede rin po natin yang i-apply as an individual or even in our respective families, no, how to survive. Sabi nga nila, this time, no, ito daw ay nasa survival mode ang lahat. No? So change is a necessary condition of survival and growth, be it for individual or organizations. No? Agree po ba tayo doon? Yes, no? I can see you nodding. Next, sabi dito, without change, things stay the same and ultimately will stagnate and die. Kung hindi po nagbabago, no? Hindi nagbabago ang isang kumpanya, hindi nagbabago ang isang tao, mananatili ka dun sa posisyon na meron ka, no? Dun sa situation na meron ka, eventually you will die down. You will die, no? Kung kayo po ay umattend sa training or dun sa ating session on business resiliency with Sir Henry, meron po siyang nabanggit na dalawang animals doon, ano? Kinumpare. Natatandaan niyo po ba yon? Yung dalawang animal na kinumpare ni Sir Henry, no? Yung isa nag-adapt sa change, kaya hanggang ngayon buhay pa siya. Yung isa naman, hindi siya naka-adapt sa changes, kaya namatay siya. Sino yon? Yung cockroach at yung dinosaur. Sino yung nag-adapt sa changes? Yung cockroach, no? Kaya hanggang ngayon, kumbaga magkasing edad pala ang cockroach at ang dinosaur, no? Pero si cockroach, kaya niyang mag-adapt sa changes. Kaya hanggang ngayon, alive and kicking pa siya. Pero si dinosaur, kahit na napakilaki niya, no, maraming takot sa kanya during those times, no, kasi kaya niyang kainin yung mga maliliit. Pero hindi siya nakapag-adapt sa change. So, anong nangyari sa kanya? Fossil na lang siya ngayon, ano? Makikita na lang natin siya sa books. History na lang ang dinosaur. And aside from those two organisms or those two animals, I'd like to share another animal that can adapt to change, no, para mabuhay. At walang iba yan kundi ang ating pambansang ibon, no, ang agila, no. So let me share to you the video of the rebirth of an eagle para makita natin paano ba ang eagle nag-a-adapt sa changes sa kanyang environment. Okay? So let's watch this video.
This is a story of an eagle. eagle has the longest lifespan of its species. It can live up to 70 years. But to reach this age, however, the eagle must make some tough decisions. In its 40th year, its long, flexible talons can no longer grab prey, which serve as food. Its long, sharp beak begins to bend. Its old, aged, and heavy wings, due to their thick feathers, stick to their chest and make it difficult to fly. Then the eagle is left with only two options: die or go through the painful process of change. The process requires that the eagle fly to the mountaintop and sit on its nest. There it knocks its beak against a rock until it plucks it out. Then the eagle will wait for a new beak to grow before it plucks out the talons. When the new talons grow back, the eagle starts plucking its thick, heavy feathers. And after this, the eagle takes its famous flight of rebirth and lives for another 30 years. Why is the change needed? To survive and live. We too have to start the change process. We also have to pluck our unpleasant memories, negative habits, and fixed mindset. Only freed from the past burdens can we take advantage of the present. Let's soar again.
Very nice movie, ano po? So, nakita po natin kung paano ang eagle ay nag-a-adapt sa changes, no? So, 70 years para ma-survive niya yung 70 years na yon at his 40th year, kailangan mag-undergo siya ng change sa kanyang katawan. Why change? Bakit po ba natin kailangan magbago? No? Bakit kailangan ng pagbabago? Bukod sa ito ay vital for our survival. Sabi dito, without change, business will lose its competitive advantage and fail to meet the changing needs of the customer. Ang classic example po na pwede nating i-cite dito sa ating first bullet is yung Nokia. No? Sino po dito ang merong phone ng Nokia? Yan, no? I'm sure meron po yan, yung mga naunang magka-cellphone, ano? Pag bibili ng cellphone dati, may Nokia kasi yung Nokia yung pinakasikat, pinakamaganda. Pero hindi ba kayo nagtataka bakit biglang wala ng Nokia ngayon? No? Noong 2007, Nokia has enjoyed 50% market share in terms of mobile business. No? Ganun kadami yung bumibili sa Nokia. But because of loss of agility, of the changing in the advancement of technological in technological advancement when it comes to the phone industry, hindi sila nakasabay, no? Kaya unti-unting nawala si Nokia. No? So we have to change. Kailangan mabilis yung ating pagbabago. Otherwise, mawawala tayo sa market, no? Hindi dito pinag-uusapan kung gaano kakagaling nung nakaraan. Ang pinag-uusapan dito, kaya mo bang sumabay sa ngayon hanggang sa mga susunod na panahon, ano? So we have to change. Next is we have to change to cope with the fast changing global economy. So, marami pong pagbabago sa ating ekonomiya, pwedeng sobrang strong ng ating global economy, pwede namang sobrang bagsak, no? Kagaya ngayon, no? Kapag nabagsak yung ating economy, Okay? Mahirap na desisyon ito sa atin bilang mga businessman kasi it can result to layoff o kaya naman magsasara yung ating mga business. So, maapektuhan yung ating mga empleyado. Kapag naman mabilis ang pagtaas ng ekonomiya, ano naman ang change na kailangan nating gawin doon? Kailangan mabilis tayong mag-expand, no? Para makapag-adapt tayo dun sa change sa needs ng ating mga customers, no? So malaki po ang kinalaman ng bilis ng ating kakayahan sa pagbabago ng ating organization para makasabay po tayo sa ekonomiya ng ating bansa at ng buong mundo. Okay? Next po. Why we need to change to allow employees to learn new skills, explore new opportunities, and exercise creativity that will benefit the company. Okay? Sa atin po ngayon, ang ating pong workforce is composed na of millennials, no? And we all know that mataas ang attrition rate ng mga millennial workers. So mabilis silang mag-transfer from one job to another, no? Sabi nga nila nagka-company hopping daw ang mga millennials, no? Pag hindi nila nakita yung kanilang sariling paglago sa isang organization, possible na mangyari 'yon, no? So very important na very dynamic yung ating organization when it comes to learning and development of our employees, no? Para kapag meron tayong competent na mga empleyado, that can also be translated into process efficiency and their effectiveness in doing what they are tasked to do. Okay? So kaya very important po yung changes. And when it comes to changes, papasok din po dito yung tinatawag nating organizational change, no? Wherein yung ating organization, how we respond to changes outside or external changes, we change our structure, the strategies, operational methods, technologies, organizational culture, no? So sa ngayon po na nasa harap tayo ng pandemic, okay, isa po sa kailangang pagbabago natin na kailangan gawin is yung kultura, no? Especially yung new normal, kailangan po ma-embed yan sa ating mga operation, no? Pagpasok pa lang ng ating opisina, mindful na yung ating mga empleyado kung ano yung tamang pagkilos, ano yung mga PPEs na dapat sundin, paano ang tamang sanitation, mga hygiene practices. So those are part of culture, no? Culture. Okay? So very important po ito. At kasama din dito yung pag-adapt sa mga technologies. Like for example ngayon, marami na yung mga work from home, no? So adapting to technology, sumikat ngayon yung mga online meetings, online trainings like this one. Okay po? So, itong mga technologies like Zoom, yung ating mga Google Meet, lahat po yan, biglang nag-boom kasi dahil nga tayo ay naka-work from home, we have to change, no? The way we utilize the technologies, the way we do things, no? Kasama din po dyan yung changes sa ating strategies. Okay, so kung dati, pag nagma-market tayo, we go to our clients, no? Personal tayong nagvi-visit, pero ngayon, we cannot do that. No? So ngayon, nag-change tayo ng mga strategies, no? Yun, kasama nga yung pag-utilize ng technology and even the way we deliver our products, no? Dati, tayo yung nagde-deliver, no? Kahit saan pwede nating papuntahin yung ating truck, pero ngayon dahil sa mga checkpoints, no, humigpit. So ang kadalasan na ni-utilize ngayon ng mga organization na nag-ooperate is yung mga delivery apps natin, So yung mga service provider natin ngayon, very boom yung kanilang business kasi yung maraming organization nag-shift, no, do sa mga online deliveries, no. Those are organizational changes, part ng ating respond sa changes sa ating environment. Okay, so with those changes and the importance how to cope to them, we can utilize the change management tool, no. So this change management refers to the discipline that guides our organization to prepare, equip, support individuals to successfully adapt to changes. And that successful adaptation to changes can drive organizational success and outcomes. No? So para mag-continue yung ating business in this time of pandemic, dapat meron tayong principles, guiding principles, meron tayong process na in place, no? Maaaring ang ilan sa atin nagsisimula na sa ating change management, and posible na ang ating discussion for today is just the affirmation of what you're doing, or it can also be sources of improvement yung existing practices ninyo. Or kung kayo naman ay hindi pa nakakapag-start ng change management, maganda rin po itong pagkakataon, itong ating learning experience for us to know how to start, no? So this will help us be prepared, equipped, and support our employees, no, to adapt changes in our operation. Okay, so that's our change management. Okay, so ano po yung mga benefits when we do the change management? No? First, it puts us in better position. We are ready for changes. Alam natin kung ano yung mga approaches na gagawin natin. No? Mabilis yung action natin with the change management process. Next is, we develop better understanding of the kind of change required. Ano ba yung purpose? Ano ba yung mga consequences? Ano ba yung mga resources na kailangan natin, mas naiintindihan natin kung meron tayong change management in place. Okay? Another benefit, it helps us implement a process to navigate the required change. Minsan po nasa isip natin yung mga pagbabago na gusto nating gawin, pero pag implement na natin, hindi na natin alam kung ano yung first activity. No? So with the change management, mas guided tayo ano yung step by step na pwede nating sundan, no? Maraming iba't ibang changes, pero meron tayo mga general steps na pwedeng sundin para mas implement natin properly yung change na gusto nating mangyari sa ating organization. Next, it brings clarity to why change is necessary and what it will achieve. So very critical po itong understanding natin about the purpose of the change, no? Kasi later on pag nag-communicate tayo sa ating mga employees, bakit ba natin ginagawa itong mga changes na to? So dapat very clear sa top management yung reason behind the change, no? So that when it's time to communicate or cascade the changes, and when there are questions, no, doon sa ating mga empleyado, ang ating mga empleyado, we can give clarity. We can clarify to them bakit ba natin to ginagawa. Alam naman po natin na kapag merong changes, anong usual na reaction ng tao? Resistance, no? Pero kapag naiintindihan nila yung dahilan, yung magiging benefits ng changes na yon, nami-minimize natin yung resistance, no? So change management brings clarity to why change is necessary and what it will achieve. Okay, next benefit, it delivers change that results in real improvements. Okay? Real improvements. Okay, meron pong hindi po lahat ng changes results to improvement, no? I know one example na akala nila yung change na gusto nila makakapag-increase ng efficiency, no? Or makakapag-lower ng cost. Let's say, for example, your company opted to automize your process. So kapag automation, 'di ba, you purchase new equipment, you design new softwares, no? So hindi alam naman po natin na hindi biro yung investment kapag meron kang bibiling makina o meron kang ipapagawang software, no? Malaki yung investment diyan, no? So kung wala tayong change management sa ating organization, pwedeng gusto nating bumili ng bagong makina pero hindi natin alam kung paano siya i-install, paano siya i-ready yung organization doon sa paggamit ng makina, ano yung mga trainings na kailangan doon, ano. So instead na mag-improve, ano nangyari? Maraming problema na na-encounter as you do the changes, no? So we want to maximize the positive impact of the change that we want to implement in our organization. So with the change management, we are able to to realize the improvements, no, related to those changes. So yun po yung mga benefits ng ating change management. Okay? So now let's go to the different levels of change management. First, we have the individual change management. So sa individual change management, ang focus nito is individual. So meaning you will identify the needs of your employees, okay? The needs for training, for coaching, the information that they need for 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 the change to be successful, no? What are the hindrances for them to change? What are the things that they need to know? Yan. So ito po yung focus ng individual change management. Another level is yung initiative change management. So sa initiative change management naman po, ang focus naman natin dito is yung group of individuals, or it can be a project team, it can be a department, okay, that initiates the change. So we are trying to look at the needs of the group that will implement the change, that will initiate the change. Kung kanina ang focus natin individual, for this level 2, we are focused on certain groups or certain departments, no? Their resources needed, the trainings needed, ano ba yung capacity building na kailangan natin for them, no? So yun po yung kailangan nating malaman whenever we want this initiative change management. And the last level is yung enterprise change management. So, from the word itself, no, enterprise meaning company-wide. So, yung company-wide na yon, it affects not only one department, but the whole organization, ano? Different departments. Okay? Yun po yung maapektuhan. So, kailangan nating makita ano ba yung impact ng change na yon sa kabuuan ng operation ng ating business or ng ating organization. Okay, so posible na sa panahon ngayon, ang mga changes na tinitingnan natin nasa level 1 at level 3 tayo, ano? Kasi kadalasan kailangan sumabay na buong organization, ano? And for us to effectively, no, reach that enterprise change management, we have to deal individually, no, do sa ating mga empleyado. Okay? So yun po yung mga levels of change management. So pumunta na po tayo ngayon sa ating section 2, which is the preparation for change management. So now that we know what change management is all about, how it relates to our business agility, okay, how it relates to how important change is, okay, so let's now look at the preparation that we need to do for the change management. Okay, let's look at the different elements in planning for change. Yan. So we have 3 elements here. First, we need to know the purpose of the change and its potential consequences. Okay? Mamaya po i-run through natin what are the different areas sa pwedeng maapektuhan ng purpose ng ating change. Okay? And when we talk about consequences, ito naman po yung mga impact na pwedeng mangyari, no? Once the change is implemented. It can be positive, it can be negative. At dyan po papasok yung ating risk management, no? So, dun sa ating business resiliency, na-mention na rin po natin yung risk management, no? So, sa ngayon, very common na pinag-uusapan yung risk, no? Ngayon, tingin ko ang mga businesses natuto na sila sa risk management, ano? How important it is, no? So, ganun din po sa ating planning of changes. Before we implement the change, we have to look at the potential consequences. At dyan po natin i-apply yung ating risk management or yung ating, different steps in assessing the risk, no? Next is, we want to know the availability of resources. Okay, kanina, na-mention ko po yung let's say, magkakaroon ka ng automation ng iyong mga processes. Okay? So, pag mag-automate ka, you have to understand ano ba yung mga resources na kailangan ko, no? Ano ba yung mga kailangan kong i-prepare? Like, for example, the electricity requirement, yung kilowatt hour niyan, yung space kung saan ko ilalagay yung bagong makina, no? Siguro sa atin ngayon, sa panahon ng pandemic, iisipin natin, pag magbago ba ako ng aking, the way I do my business, let's say, gagamit ako ng third party, no, na delivery. Yan. Halimbawa, magpapa-book tayo sa mga online delivery service provider, no? So, titingnan mo ngayon, availability of resources. How much, no? May budget ba ako doon? Maapektuhan ba nun yung aking profit? Okay? So, sino ang aking kokontakin? So, kasama po yun doon. Meron bang app na available for this? Okay? Madali lang ba siyang makuha? Okay? So, kasama po yan sa availability of resources. Next, element that we need to understand is the allocation and reallocation of responsibilities and authorities, no? Sino ba yung mag-i-implement ng change? Sino ba yung mag-i-initiate ng change, no? So sa ngayon po, no, kasama sa mga changes sa responsibilities, kapag mag-ooperate tayo, very critical yung presence ng safety officer. Kasi siya yung mag-check kung nagagawa ba yung mga precautionary measures or preventive measures against COVID-19, no? So, yan po, very important po yung mga elements na yan. So, we have the purpose, the consequence, the availability of resources, and the allocation and reallocation of responsibilities and authorities. No? So, very important in as preparation for the change management. Okay, so ito po ngayon yung mga aspeto na pwede nating i-consider in identifying the purpose of change. First is with regards to quality. Let's say you want the purpose why you want to change. Let's say you want to change the ingredients, no, of your food. Let's say that you are baking a cake. Okay, you're baking a chocolate cake. Dati ang ginagamit mong cocoa is this brand. Ngayon, mag-change ka to another brand. Why do you need to do that change? You want to improve, no, the quality of your output. Okay, let's say gusto mo mas flavorful yung iyong chocolate. Gusto mo mas may moisture yung iyong cake. Okay, so quality. So pwede yan yung panggalingan ng iyong purpose to improve the quality of the process output. Another possible area na i-consider natin for the purpose of change is yung delivery. Let's say your purpose is to shorten cycle time or processing time. So, let's say instead na gagawin sa loob ng iyong business yung isang process, you opted to outsource, no? So, let's say for example, kasi yung delivery, it's not only yung delivery ng products mo to the customer, no? It also means your processing time. Okay? I remember, no, one of the companies I know, isa sa na-encounter nila during COVID-19 is that yung kanilang major manufacturing plant, actually this is in China, nasa Wuhan. Alam naman natin na yun yung ground zero, no, ng COVID-19. Okay, nasa Wuhan. Pero yung kanilang, it's good na meron silang ibang mga planta. Okay? So, yung mga planta na yon, okay, yun ngayon yung ni-utilize nila para ma-accommodate, no, yung mga orders ng kanilang mga clients. And this manufacturing is a food manufacturer, no? So, para mapabilis yung delivery, instead na kumuha sa Wuhan, ni-utilize nila yung iba nilang mga branches, no? Siguro sa atin pwede rin ganun, ano? Instead na, let's say maraming branches yung iyong restaurant, no? At merong nag-order. So instead na dun sa main mo kuhanin yung order mo, you will look for other branches that are nearer, okay? For you to shorten the cycle time, no? O kaya naman, pwede ring may kinalaman dito yung mismong delivery ng yung product, no? So, kung dati, yung truck ninyo, yung nagde-deliver ng inyong product, papunta sa inyong customer, dahil nga sa dami ng mga checkpoints, no? Kailangan ng mga permits, di ba? May mga IATF permits yan pag magta-transport ka. So, para mas mapabilis, ginawa mo, nag-outsource ka na lang, no? So, the purpose of that change is to shorten cycle time or processing time. Next, that you can consider for the purpose of change is cost. Okay? So, to reduce operational cost. Okay, so kadalasan, ito yung reason behind or the purpose behind why an organization want to automate their process. Okay, let's say you want to adapt a software um, for your HR. Okay, so para instead na dati, dalawang tao yung gumagawa ng mga proseso ng HR, ngayon isa na lang. So that will reduce your operational cost, no? So those are some examples, no? Cost, to reduce operational cost. Another purpose of change is may be related to productivity. Okay? So you want to increase the productivity of people. Okay, gusto mo mas mapabilis yung kanilang trabaho. Let's say you want to re-engineer or you want to change, no, your process, tanggalin yung ilang steps, no, for your people to be efficient para mas marami silang output. So that's related to productivity. Okay, to increase productivity of people. Another purpose of change is yung environment. So kung halimbawa, medyo ang inyong organization, ang kanyang mission and vision is with regards to the care for the environment, one of the purpose for the changes, let's say, dati you used you use plastic packaging, now you shifted um, to paper packaging, no? The reason behind is to prevent or reduce environmental impact, such as generation of plastic waste, no? Or it can be generation or prevention of pollution, no? So those examples are related to environment. Another purpose of change, ito very timely, no? With regards to health and safety. Sa ngayon po, ang mga operation ng mga businesses, pinakamalaking consideration at budget ngayon na pupunta sa health and safety ng mga empleyado, no? So, una, you have to design your workplace so that it will be safe. No, kung dati sa iyong kitchen magkakatabi yung mga staff, ngayon hindi na pwedeng magkakatabi, di ba? You have to observe social distancing, no? Ganon din po sa ating mga, let's say sa ating restaurant. Okay? Hindi lang ito may kinalaman sa work per se ng mga employee, kundi pati sa ating mga customers, no? So kung dati nakakapag-accommodate ka ng 50 customers in a day, ngayon dahil nga reduce yung capacity, okay? So 50% na lang, and you have to redesign, no? Your business. So that is related to health and safety, no? So, yun po yung purpose ng change. Halimbawa, sinabi natin, um, instead na dine-in, kaya lang nating gawin is yung take-out, okay? So, maybe the purpose of that is to ensure health and safety of your customers and your employees, no? So, yun po yung pwedeng related sa health and safety. Next is compliance, no? Another purpose of change why most of the companies change, no? Related dito sa health and safety kasi ngayon maraming mga issuances, maraming mga guidelines na binibigay ang ating government, ang IATF, ang DOLE, ang OSH, no? Ang DTI, ang DOH, no? For us to prevent, no, COVID-19 in the workplace. And posible na ang purpose ng ating change is to improve the level of compliance to new or existing legal requirements, no? Kasama nga sa mga bagong requirements na talagang na-emphasize ngayon is yung RA 11058, which is yung occupational safety and health standards, no? Wherein required na ngayon sa lahat ng facility na dapat merong safety officer, no? So that's actually in line with not only because of the COVID-19, kundi since May last year, nagkaroon na ng ganyang issuance, no? So there are different organizations na dati wala silang safety officer, they are now designating one or hiring one, no? Depende dun sa kanilang nature of business. Okay, so those are the different purpose of change, no? So we have 7. So i-recap lang po natin yung 7 na yon. We have related to quality, we have related to quality, delivery, okay? We have related to costs, related to productivity, related to environment, health and safety, and of course, compliance. So these are just examples. So pwedeng meron pang ibang areas na gusto nyong i-consider to identify the purpose of the change that you want to implement in your organization. Okay? So, pero ngayon, timely nga talaga is more health and safety. Now, let's proceed to understanding the effects of change can be positive. The change can result to a positive or adverse impact. Okay? And it can be a direct or indirect effect. Pag sinabi nating direct, na ma-experience mo na kaagad, no? Yung consequence. Halimbawa, hindi ka nag-implement ng mga precautionary measures against COVID-19. Let's say, hindi nag-PPE yung mga empleyado. So, anong direct effect nun? Posible kinabukasan, meron ng positive, no? So, ganon immediate pag sinabi nating direct effect. Kapag indirect effect naman, ito yung long term. Pwedeng maramdaman mo yung impact nun after 5 years, after 10 years. So, dyan papasok ngayon yung ROI. No? Yung ROI. So, these are the different classification of consequences, no, ng mga changes na pwede nating gawin. Direct or indirect effect. And then, last that we need to consider is yung next that we need to consider is yung resources. So, resources can be financial, can be non-financial. So, ngayon, ang mga resources na kailangan natin to start the operation of our businesses ngayon, kadalasan involve financial, no? Kasi we have to invest on PPEs, we have to invest on the setup of our workplace, no? Yung mga stores ngayon, balot na balot ng mga plastic, no? And not only that, we are also required, no, ng DOLE that we have to provide PPEs to our employees, no? So shoulder 'yan ng ating organization. Resources can also be non-financial, no? Ano ba yung mga non-financial resources natin, no? Let's say for example yung time. Although yung time can be translated into financial as well kung i-compute natin yung man hours, no? Pero yun, it can consider be non-financial yung mga resources like time, yung effort, yan. So, yun po yung mga resources na kailangan nating i-considera whenever we want to do changes. And lastly, the roles and responsibilities in establishing the change, no? Or in implementing the change. Who will initiate the change, no? Who will control and who will implement the change? Of course, the roles and responsibilities is dependent on the scope. Let's say, ang scope ng change is isang department lang, so definitely, who will initiate the change? It can be the supervisor or the manager of that department. Pero halimbawa, ang change mo is enterprise change, so sino? Anong department yung dapat na mag-initiate ng change na yon? So it can vary, no? Yung roles and responsibilities can vary depending on the scope of change. Okay? So those are the things that we need to consider in preparing for changes. Again, let's recap. So the 4 things that we need to consider. First is the purpose and the consequence. Next, yung ating resources. Okay? Next, yung ating responsibilities. Okay? Responsibilities. And then yung ating purpose, consequence, responsibilities, and resources. So, yun po yung 4 na kailangan nating i-consider in preparing for changes. So, let's say, hindi pa po kayo nakakapag-start ng inyong operation at nag-iisip pa rin kayo kung paano mag-ooperate. So, pwede pong balikan ninyo. Ano po ba yung purpose natin? Yan. Bakit natin kailangan mag-change? Kung dati ganito yung setup ng ating store, ngayon babaguhin natin, ano po ba yung reason behind that? That's the purpose. Pag binago natin, ano po ba yung kailangan natin? Ano yung magiging impact? Yan. And ano yung mga resources na kailangan natin? Magkano ang budget? Gaano katagal gagawin yun? Ano? At sino yung gagawa? Yan. Kung kayo naman po ay nag-start na ng changes, pwede nyo ring i-revisit, no? Tama ba yung taong inassign ko to implement? Enough ba yung budget na inallocate ko? Na-consider ko ba yung lahat ng mga consequences? Yan. So, magagamit po natin yan. Whether or not nag-start na tayo mag-change o ngayon pa lang tayo, no, magbubukas ng ating mga businesses again. Okay, so let's now proceed to our last section. This is the change management process. So kanina nag-prepare tayo. Now let's dig in, no? Dive na tayo dun sa ating change management process. And this entails 5 steps, no? First is yung ating identification. Okay? Next, we have the change analysis, the change test and control, change implementation, and change closure. Okay? So, isa-isahin po natin. Whenever we do identification, dito po papasok yung identification ng purpose, ng consequence, ng scope, ano po ba yung physical location, boundaries, ng ating change na gagawin, ano? Buong ano po ba yan? Buong store? Isang office lang po ba? Lahat po ba ng branches? Okay? Lahat po ba ng planta? Okay? So, dyan po sa scope. The resources needed, the prioritization of change. Okay? Alin po bang uunahin natin? Okay, you have to come up with your matrix. Kung ano yung importante sa isang organization, yun po yung i-prioritize natin. Let's say, ang kasama sa matrix ninyo is priority kapag required, no, ng legal, is a legal requirement. Therefore, lahat ng may legal requirement, yun ang unahin natin, ano? Then, kasama din po sa identification is the review and approval. Of course, not all changes are for implementation. That's why dapat salain natin siya, no? Merong initial filter, yun yung mag-a-approve, no? Bago tayo mag-proceed sa step 2. Okay, ano po yung ating step 2? Okay? Our step 2 is change analysis. So, after na ma-approve, meron ng review and approval nung na-initiate na change, we have to conduct risk assessment. It can be qualitative or quantitative. Okay? So, i-define po natin yung risk bago tayo mag-proceed dun sa ating step 3. Okay? Risk is the effect of uncertainty, no, to our objectives. Okay? It is characterized by both likelihood of occurrence, gaano kadalas posibleng mangyari yung problema, and the severity or the impact of the consequence. Ngayon, yung dalawang factors po na yun po yung titingnan natin kapag mag-a-assess tayo ng risk. Okay? Yung sinasabi nating two-dimensional risk assessment. We have the qualitative and we have the quantitative. Now, for our qualitative, dito po papasok yung you will try to assume. Okay? It's more on tingnan mo, no, based on your assumption, ano ba yung significant risk, ano ba yung insignificant risk, no? So ito pwedeng high, medium or low, pwedeng ganun yung assessment mo sa iyong likelihood of occurrence at sa iyong severity. Okay? Pero pag quantitative, ito yung may numbers. Usually, we apply a simple formula. Like, for example, the risk rating is equal to the likelihood of occurrence times the severity. So, may mga values yon, may rating, may numbers. So, kaya quantitatively, kasi meron siyang numbers, numerical number. At based on the result of or the product of likelihood of occurrence and the severity, you can now identify if that risk is significant or not. Let's say, no, meron kang gustong i-implement na change. During change analysis, titingnan mo, ano ba yung mga posibleng problema na ma-encounter ko kapag ginawa ko na yung change. Yan, pumapasok na tayo sa change analysis. Ngayon, i-list down mo yung lahat ng problema na yon. Pag na-list down mo na siya, tsaka mo lagyan ng risk assessment, no? Kung i-quantify mo yung risk, kapag nakita mo na significant yung risk na yon, hindi ka basta magpo-push through with the change. You have to address first, no, that potential problem. Otherwise, no, manganganak ng problema yung changes. At hindi natin ma-maximize yung benefits or yung improvement na gusto nating ma-experience kapag nangyari na yung change na yon. That's why very important yung change analysis. Okay? Next po, we have the step 3, the change test or control. So here, we do the feasibility study of our change. Dito rin papasok yung pilot. Okay? Ipapilot mo muna. Let's say, meron kang gustong changes sa delivery mode mo, gusto mo siyang i-outsource, let's say, ipa-grab or ipalala-move natin siya, before mo yun gawin sa lahat ng orders ng iyong customers, pwedeng mag-pilot ka muna ng isa. Okay? So, i-test mo muna kung gaano ba ka-feasible yung iniisip mong change na yon. Okay? At kapag feasible siya, okay, you have to prepare the communication plan, the training plan, and the support plan. Of course, if you want to implement the change, dapat very important, sino ba yung dapat makaalam? No? Sino ba yung magi-implement? Ano ba yung kailangang training? No? Ano ba yung mga resources na kailangan nila? No? Yun yung support plan. So, yan po yung involved sa ating change, test, or control. Next, we have the step 4, which is implementation. So, let's say, nag-pilot ka na. Successful yung iyong pilot. Ngayon, titingnan na natin, no? I-dry run na natin yung implementation na gusto na, yung change na gusto natin. Let's say, yun nga, outsource natin yung delivery. Okay, so i-implement na natin siya. Let's say for this day, lahat ng delivery outsource. Okay? So kapag nag-implementation ngayon, kasama na dito yung implementation ng mga plans like yung communication plan, training plan, support plan. Okay? So implement na natin yung lahat ng nakaplano. We have to do cascading of the actions and responsibility to the concerned stakeholders. We have to coach and train the affected individuals, and we have to make conclusions on the recommendations.
All right. So Miss GENELYN is just having some technical difficulties, but we'll get back to you. Later once she has fixed that problem. All right. So while we are waiting for her, let us collect some of your questions so that pag ready na siya ay maibigay natin sa kanya ang ating mga questions. So keep your questions and concerns coming. All right? Thank you.
Okay, so can you hear me now? Hello? Yeah, okay. Thank you for that response. Thank you for that response. All right, so let's now go to the step 4, which is implementation. So just like what I've mentioned earlier, no, from our change tests, okay, wherein we prepare the communication plan, the training plan, and support plan, we have to implement those plans in our implementation step, no? We have to communicate to concerned stakeholders their respective activities, responsibilities, and even the timeline for those activities. We have to coach them, no? Or we have to conduct trainings for them to be effective in that change, no? And of course, if we are to implement the change, no? Let's say, yung example natin kanina, halimbawa sa isang buong araw, implement na natin, let's say ngayon, implement na natin yung outsource delivery natin. So after the day, you have to make conclusion and recommendation for us to polish, no? Polish our implementation, no? Para kung meron pa tayong mga kailangang ikonsidera, meron pang mga nakaligtaan during planning, no? That's the time na ma-smoothen out natin yan sa mga susunod pang mga araw. Okay? Next, very important po yung implementation because kadalasan po nandun yung bottleneck, ano? So kapag po hindi natin na-manage yung ating mga communication with our employees, okay? Hindi natin nakascade sa kanila yung purpose, yung mga plans natin, our changes will fail. Sabi dito, no? 70% of organizational change fail as a result of employee attitudes and management behavior. Yan. So, yan po yung kadalasang nangyayari kapag hindi po natin na-communicate, no? At hindi natin nadala dun sa vision ng changes na yon yung ating mga employees. Okay? Next po. Sabi dito, 50% of the project failures are related to ineffective communication. No? That's very important. Kaya meron tayong communication plan during test control para yung mga ma-even out po natin, ma-communicate natin down to that specific person yung mga activities na kailangan nating ma-accomplish. Because lalo na kung mahal masyado, no, yung investment ng change na yun, we cannot afford, no? We cannot afford uh, the failure of that project, no? We cannot afford the losses due to the changes. Okay? Our step 5 and the last step for change management process is yung change closure. Dito, papasok yung i-audit mo ngayon kung ginawa ba talaga yung nasa implementation plan. No? You have to verify the results of the implementation, and of course, if there are changes in the implementation do sa mga plans natin, no, during the implementation merong mga kailangang smoothen out, we have to finalize those plans sa ating change closure. So, importante po na merong closure, no, yung ating changes. Kasi minsan, 'di ba, napag-uusapan natin 'yan during the meeting. Okay, ano ba yung mga gagawin natin? Ano yung mga steps, kailan ang timeline? Pero hindi na natin na-follow up. So, minsan yung changes tumatagal, yung pala na stagnant na sa isang activity, no? So, dapat po ma-close out natin yung changes na yon para sigurado tayo na lahat ng mga improvements or changes na gusto nating mangyari ay effective, no? Effective na nangyayari. At kung merong mga kailangang i-improve, kailangan ma-actionan po natin yon. Okay? That's our step 5, change closure. Right? So, according to John F. Kennedy, no? One of the previous presidents of America, sabi dito, change is the law of life. And those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. So very important that we're not living in the past, no? Hindi yung magaling tayo before, just like yung Nokia, no? Kailangan kaya din nating mag-survive at present, and of course, we are proactive enough, no? Kailangan mas maging flexible ang ating organization, mas maging agile tayo sa changes. Kasi nothing is permanent in this world but change, no? So, isa na lang po, since we start with the eagle, I will close with this slide, no? Sabi dito, all birds, okay, find shelter during a rain. But eagle avoids rain by flying above the clouds. No? Napakagandang illustration. An eagle is the common illustration of a victor, an overcomer. No? So tayo po bilang mga nasa small and medium industries and even siguro large industries, no, na severely affected by this COVID-19, this pandemic, no, for sure we are able to fly above the clouds kahit na amidst the pandemic we can still survive and even become successful, no, like an eagle. We have to adapt to changes, we have to make changes in our respective organization para ma overcome po natin, no, kung ano man yung mga situation na meron sa ating changing times, no. So yun lamang po, at kung meron po tayong mga tanong, I'm now open for your questions, and thank you very much for your time in listening as I present these slides. Thank you. Any questions po?
There's a question for Ms. GENELYN. What tip or any suggestion can you suggest if there are employees who are not open to changes?
All right. So just like what we have mentioned earlier, no, isa po sa pinaka mahirap talaga i-deal yung individual change management, yung first level. Kasi yung mga employees natin, meron silang kanya-kanyang kultura, no? Meron silang mga kanya-kanyang attitude. Pero as an organization, what we can do is we have to explain to them the purpose of the change. Dapat maliwanag sa kanila. Ano ba yung magiging benefits ng changes na yon? Kapag naramdaman na nila, nalaman na nila yung mga changes na yun, na-appreciate nila yung purpose ng change, I'm sure, no, na mag-unite na sila, no? They will participate, they will cooperate in the changes that will happen in our organization, especially if that one is related to, that will benefit them, no, as an individual. Okay? Thank you for that question po. Another question po.
There's another question. How does a change management plan relate to the company's strategic management plan? As it may also prompt a revisiting of the company's business model.
All right. So, in our strategic planning, we usually do our environmental scanning, no? So, if you are certified to ISO 9001 2015, yung quality management system, that is one of the requirements na yung strategic planning, no? Wherein you have to identify the external and internal issues that affects your operation. Now, when it comes to external issues, we know that external issues are changing. No, it changes from time to time. That's why during strategic planning, di ba, we do it, yung iba ginagawa nila semi-annual, yung iba annually, because yung mga because the external environment is changing that fast, no? So, ano yung relation nun sa ating change management? Kapag nagkaroon tayo ng environmental scanning, makikita natin yung mga external factors that changes that affects our organization. And with that, we have to change the strategies, the programs, and even yung budget natin, para makapag-cope dun sa changes na yun. No? Of course, ang bawat organization, iba-iba yung konteksto niyan. So, iba-iba yung mga posibleng impact ng negative, yung mga external issues. Ano ba yung mga external issues na possible na pinag-usapan natin dito? Halimbawa, yung mga political issues, legal issues, mga bagong issuances ng government, o kaya naman mga bagong mga nangyayari sa environment, no? Let's say, ito nga, yung COVID-19, okay? So, kapag kung mas proactive yung isang organization during the strategic planning, makikita na nila yung mga posibleng issues na ma-encounter nila, no, sa mga susunod na panahon. And with that, mas magiging flexible yung kanilang strategic plans as an organization. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Jen, for that wonderful answer sa question po na yon. So we have another question from Sir John Galicto.
Okay na yan.
Okay. From Sir R.V. Miguel. Ang tanong niya po is, how does the cost productivity lens apply to social enterprises? How does the cost productivity lens apply to social enterprises given their double bottom line? So, double bottom line means measuring performance through financial aspect and the organization's social impact. So, ano daw po yung how does the cost productivity lens apply to social enterprises?
Okay. So, as far as I'm concerned, dito kasi papasok yung mission ng isang organization, no? So, there are some organizations, they are not into profit. They are more on social transformation. They are more on their help that they contribute to the society, no? So, sometimes, no, there are some organizations that they are willing to give certain cost para mas maging value adding sila sa society, no? Pero again, pag nagkaroon tayo ng changes, we have to balance, no, the costs and of course yung cost na kakailanganin mo for the change at saka yung impact nun. Okay, dapat balance siya. Otherwise, possible na ma-compromise, of course, yung ating budget, yung ating operation. Lalo na kung ang ating focus is not more on the social perspective, no? We're more on the profit side.
Okay. So we will go back to our purpose. if you
Yes.
have a strong if you have a strong why, you can endure anyhow. Parang ganun.
Yes.
All right. Next, a question from Sir Richard Dasilio. Hi, Sir Richard. His question is, what is or are the possible risks of not changing?
Okay, possible risk of not changing. Kanina, di ba, nabanggit po natin, this is very important for survival. So if we don't change, mahuli po tayo sa competition. Kagaya po na example natin kanina, no? Yung Nokia. Okay? Kung titingnan natin yung 2007 record nila, wow, very good, 50% of the market share. Pero that is not the end, no? You have to continuously change for you to para masabayan mo, no, yung changing needs. At sa atin ngayon, kung hindi tayo mag-change, let's say hindi natin inayos yung ating, let's say, setup sa ating organization, hindi rin tayo makakapag-operate, no? That will affect the operation of the business. Kasi kapag in-inspect tayo ng government, magiging non-compliant tayo, so meron yung mga associated fees or mga penalties, and of course, yun nga, yung mako-compromise yung health and safety ng ating mga employees.
Okay, thank you. Tama naman yun, no, ma'am? So we have another question from Sir RV Miguel. He asks, how does the change management plan relate with the company's strategic management plan, as it may also prompt a revisiting of the company's business model?
All right. I think I have answered that question already earlier.
Okay. I have another. So, this question naman came from Miss Jessamine Dilag of Saint. Okay, Jessamine Dilag.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, what is your point of view with regards to the changes in the education system? Yun nga, ngayon kasi ay may blended online learning, ganyan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the availability of sources such as internet and computer, what is your point of
laptops?
Okay.
All right. So again, even before the pandemic, there are some institutions, like for example, UP. They have these online courses, no? For those who have the technology, that is very beneficial. Kasi they can do more. They can maximize their time, no? Hindi mo na kailangan pumunta sa school para mag-aral considering mga traffic and all, no? Kung merong enough resources, I think okay lang yun. Pero kapag walang resources, kagaya ng halimbawa nasa public school, walang budget si nanay, si tatay, wala silang laptop, di sila marunong gumamit ng laptop, sigurado mako-compromise yung ating yung ating education, ano. So I think with that, kung titingnan natin, no, kung ang pagbabasihan natin ay ang public education natin, mako-compromise. Pero kapag titingnan mo yung private, which is more ready sila when it comes to resources and yung availability ng technology sa kanila, walang problema sa kanila. No? So siguro ganun na lang natin tingnan yung dalawang phase ng society. Pero kung learning, I think okay lang for me, okay lang sa akin yung online kasi ako, even me, I'm considering online education no? So kung mag-masteral using online.
Talagang it's a I think it is a systematic problem, no po. May problem talaga with our government, how it is run by people who are there. And medyo mahabang usapin to, ma'am, no? medyo mahabang usapin talaga when it comes to education. Kasi, pero I think kahit siguro mabakante ang mga bata this time, hindi naman ito makakaapekto kasi we can learn inside our homes. Life can teach us a lot of lessons that the four corners of our classroom cannot give us. Tama po ba? So, next naman po, from Sir Richard Dasilio, what are the possible metrics or parameters that we can suggest to assess risk?
Alright. So, ang pinakasimple pong approach for risk assessment is that you have to consider yung dalawang factor, yung likelihood, no? Ngayon, actually si Q+, we have that developed metrics, no? Wherein meron kaming rating. Parang kung yung familiar kayo sa FEMEA, failure mode,
Analysis.
mode effect analysis, no? So doon po merong mga numbers. Let's say from 1 to 5, 1 as the lowest and 5 as the highest, meaning ang pinakamalaking impact yung 5. Pwedeng catastrophic na yung impact nun. Kapag 1, ibig sabihin wala siyang impact. Pag likelihood naman, let's say 1 to 5 din, 1 being the least frequent to occur and 5 being the most frequent to occur. So, kung mag-set ka ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again, it can be customized ng mga organization. Pwede kayong mag-devise nun, pero you have to consistent lang when you are to apply that metrics. So, ang gagawin mo lang with two-dimensional, you just need to multiply the 2. Okay? And then, pag na-multiply mo na siya, you have to decide ano yung value ng risk rating that you will consider significant and ano yung mga value ng risk rating that you will consider not significant. Okay, so pwede po yung i-customize ang organization. Pero usually po ganun po yung approach.
Two parameters.
Yes. Yung iba nag-evolve, merong 3 parameters. No? Mas ano naman yon, comprehensive.
That is what they call the 3-dimensional naman. Ano po? Yes. Okay. So, we may follow-through question daw po si Sir. May follow-through question daw po si Sir RV Miguel. So,
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Can I just say them here?
Ayan. Sige, sir. Pasok, Sir RV Miguel. Okay.
Dun sa second question which was entertained earlier, I was really wondering about the cost productivity lens. Because from an SME's point of, from a social enterprise's point of view, the double bottom line is not an option. It's not either finances or it's not either social impact. It's both.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot choose between one or the other. You have to apply them both.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean the cost productivity lens has to be drawn for social enterprises? If so, then what other lenses could you suggest as an alternative?
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir, for that follow-up question. Actually, yung productivity at saka yung with regards to social, yun nga, dalawang lenses yun, ano. Pero you can also look at what are the other factors that is significant to the organization. Siguro kung yung dalawang yun, sabihin nating pantay lang sila, pero kailangan mong mag-decide, you have to inject another criteria. Okay, let's say, aside from productivity and your social related, you can inject yung ROI or other criteria, no? So, I think, kasi ang makakapagsabi pa rin yan yung organization eh, kung ano yung mas importante sa kanya. Okay, so as an external, as a person from the external of your organization, mahirap makapag-suggest unless I know really your operation and your organization. So it's really up to the organization pa rin to decide ano yung other factor na kailangan nilang ikonsidera aside from that social-related factor and that productivity. I hope I answered the question of Sir RV.
Thank you. Can I go to the second one?
Yes,
Sorry.
Sure, sir.
Yung kanina regarding relationship of the STRAMA, yung strategic management plan vis-a-vis the change management plan. What I'd like to drill down there is can you do your change management out of the context of this drama, or would there be possibilities wherein your change management plan could supersede your strategic management plan? That's what I'm trying to get at. Thank you.
Okay. Magkakambal po kasi siya eh. Kasi ang change management, it's not only process level, it is can also be enterprise level. So, yun nga, pwede pong maapektuhan yan yung sa inyong strategic level, yung inyong tawag dito, yung framework ng inyong business, pwede pong maapektuhan yan. Kasi hindi lang po natin pinag-uusapan dito yung re-engineering the process eh. We are looking at it as an organization.
Radical transformation, pwede rin.
Yes.
Okay. Sir RV, did we answer your question? So, okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Let us make way for other questions. So, according to Miss Lizelle Prasas. Hello, Miss Lizelle. Her question is, give us any suggestions for a travel and tourism industry? Oo nga, naku, ang mga travel goals natin medyo na pending on how to be agile during these times. How do we cope with this external change?
Okay, medyo mahirap na tanong yan ano, sa travel and tourism industry, no? Kasi isa sa naapektuhan natin talaga ngayon is yung transportation. And we all know that yung mga airlines natin, no, nag-reduce talaga sila ng capacity, pero ang laki ng cost noon ano kapag nagpa-fly ka ng airplane na hindi puno, 'di ba? So, maybe we can get back to you dyan, ma'am. I'll just ask my colleagues na mas expert pagdating sa travel and tourism. So we'll get back to you, Ma'am Lizelle, for the answer for that question.
Mayroon talaga siya, ma'am. Oh, kasi we are not required to go to places. Okay, sige. I think we have more time for one more, Ma'am Jen. Okay. So, one more question here. What do you think hinders a company to effectively establish a change control process?
Okay. Hinders the company to establish a change control process. First is, of course, yung leadership. Kasi lahat yung mindset ng organization, yung culture ng organization, siniset yan ng top management eh, no? So kung yung vision ng changes wala sa top management, kahit na very passionate yung team, no, yung members ng team, hindi pa rin mag-take effect yung change, no? Minsan may mga organization na kailangan nilang i-convince, no, yung kanilang boss dun sa certain project or certain improvement na kailangan nilang gawin. So, kung close-minded si boss, mahirap mag-take effect yon. Another is, kung hindi mo na vision cast ng maayos yung change. Let's say, basta mo nalang in-implement without proper communication, without proper cascading. So, for sure niyan, kahit na maganda yung pagkalatag mo, nakasulat, maganda yung mga action plans, pero hindi mo naman sinabi kung sino yung gagawa, hindi mo sa kanya nabanggit. Tapos, nung nagre-review na, nagkagulatan na lang, kami pala gagawa. So, isa yun sa mga pwedeng hindrances. Yung leadership at saka yung communication. Kasi doon, mag-evolve naman yung culture eh. Kapag strong yung leadership, kaya niyang pasunurin. No? At saka yung communication, ma-vision cast mo ng maayos, madala mo sa vision mo yung iyong mga employees. Kahit na kanina, di ba, may nagtanong, paano kapag pasaway si employee? Yan. So, ako naman, I believe, pag na-capture nila yung purpose, yung benefits nun, especially kung sila maapektuhan nun, for sure na masusunod sila.
Ma'am, may follow-through question po ako doon. Nasabi niyo po na isa talaga sa problem is yung communication. Tama po ba? And sa dami ng ating mga hinelp na companies, majority talaga ng companies ay may problem when it comes to communication. Pero the fact that with this technologically advanced times, no, we can communicate with whatever application or ang daming available technology. What I mean is, ang daming available technology para mag-communicate. Pero we still fail at communication. Saan po ba pwedeng magsimula ang isang organization na nag-fail sa communication?
Okay. From my experience, no, usually ang ginagawa ko diyan kasi gusto natin i-document lahat para wala silang takas. So, para for me, no, as a consultant, ang ginagawa ko diyan I ask them to come up with communication plan. It's a communication matrix. Identify what are the critical information they need to communicate, okay? Whom to communicate, sino ba yung dapat na maka-receive nun, when to communicate, kung halimbawa yan ay every month, anong day ng month yon, okay? At ano yung mode of communication. No? So, pinapasulat ko. So, ang kagandahan naman kapag nakasulat, kapag in-audit mo kasi, ma-verify mo kung ginagawa o hindi. Although, hindi naman requirement yung communication matrix pagdating sa quality management system kasi assume na dapat establish yung communication system sa organization. Pero just to strengthen lang, no? Kasi minsan yung talaga yung yung link na nawawala. No, kahit magagaling, minsan hindi nag-uusap, no? So, we are forced to document para hindi makalimutan. No? And hopefully, with that documentation, sumunod yung culture. Hopefully.
Correct. Yeah. Sige. Ito na, ma'am. Before we end, last question na talaga to. What are the challenges for an enterprise to be agile? Ano po yung recommendation nyo po, especially doon sa mga hard hit na industry ng pandemic na to, like restaurants, yun nga, travel, caterer, ganyan.
Okay. So, ang start, no, of course, all of us wants to operate kasi hindi lang naman yung ikaw as a business owner na apektuhan, mas naapektuhan yung iyong empleyado. First is you start with what you have. No, you do the audit. Ano ba yung meron ako? Ano ba yung existing na resources, existing na facilities na meron ako. And from there, ibangga mo yan ngayon sa guidelines na binibigay ng DOLE. Guidelines na binibigay ng DOH and DTI. Kasi wala tayo ngayong choice kundi gawin yung mga guidelines na yon. Ngayon, bukod dun sa guidelines na yun, let's say may mga vague parts pa rin sa guidelines. I'm sure, no, with the age of technology, ang dali lang i-search na sa Google yung mga best practices that you can adapt din if that is practical to your organization. No? So, ang bottom line kasi ngayon is safety and health ng tao, no? Kasi kapag hindi mo na-ensure yun, let's say more on makapag-operate lang, ang cost kasi, kung halimbawa nagkasakit, naging work-related, no? Or due to work yung naging sakit ng tao, ang mag-shoulder nun, business. So, I suggest, you audit your facility, tingnan mo, and bangga mo yon against dun sa mga guidelines na binibigay ng ating ITF, ng DOH, ng DTI, ng DOLE, at implement mo yon. And of course, you have to revisit the costing. Tapos, yung scheduling ng tao and all, yung layout ng yung place, no? So, yun yung mga kailangan nating ma-ensure bago tayo mag-start mag-operate ulit.
Talagang obedience is the key. wala. We have to really cooperate We have to really give the requirements, conform to the requirements. But anyway, I believe madami tayong nakuha mula po sa ating talakayan na ito about business agility, focusing on the tool we call the change control management. And if your organization is willing po or would want to establish a change control management, Quality Plus would like to help you. And para din po sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ang change control management po is one of the requirements of ISO 9001 2015 version. So if you are interested, you can always contact us po. Okay, para naman po sa susunod nating QP Talk, Power Talk, ang title po is Pivoting to a Sustainable Business Continuity Program. Ayan. So, this is an ongoing, ongoing free webinar for everyone para po tayo makapagdamayan, patuloy na babangon po tayo, mga businesses dito sa Philippines, and prepare us at tayo ay makasabay sa pagbabago. So, we will be with Engineer Henry O. Palaca. So, maging excited po tayo. Engineer Henry Palaca is our president, no, the president of Quality Plus. So that will be on July 8. Huwag niyo pong kalilimutan, markahan niyo na po ang inyong mga calendars. July 8, same time, same channel. So mag-intay lang po tayo ng mga darating na invites in the coming days. So, Ma'am Jen, before we formally end our QP Talk Power Talk today, pwede po bang ma-invite kita sa isang QP Toast? Woohoo!
Okay.
Ito po! Yay! Ayan. So, next time, invite din natin yung mga friends nating nagkakape dyan. Nasamahan tayo sa ating toast. Alright? If you are interested in this topic, please do not hesitate to reach us through our contact details that will be shown to you in a while. And also, please visit our website. It's www.qplusconsulting.com. Visit also our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like us and be notified for the streaming of our upcoming event. Again, I'm Jamie na nag-iiwan po sa inyo ng kasabihan mula kay Viktor Frankl. Sabi niya, suffering in and of itself is meaningless. We give our suffering meaning by the way in which we respond to it. See you and goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
po. Thank you, everyone.